Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. Not too much has happened today, so volume low. It's a typical Saturday. It's a typical wave 4 Saturday. If you remember, we often get these wave 4s on a Saturday. And now again, I'm a bit unsure if this is the, obviously we are in this uptrend. It's a bit of a stronger uptrend compared to Bitcoin, which gives us a clearer picture. Bitcoin is still down here if you compare that. So in percentage terms, I think Bitcoin is still at the wave A high, sort of in that range, whereas Ethereum has already moved like 3.9% above the wave A high, which is giving us a clearer ABC structure. And that's just what I've been telling you all along, that Ethereum has a much better chance to put this C wave in place. So in all likelihood, it made more sense to trade Ethereum long here instead of Bitcoin, which is what price structure and the Elliott Waves have suggested to us all along. Now, what we are doing here is possibly putting an impulse in place. I have zero evidence that we are going higher. I have zero evidence that we have topped. Okay. And that it doesn't matter in this case if we have this small 3-4 or this 3-4 here currently. Just note that I might have to change this wave count, because what we're doing here is micro counting. But I wanted to focus a little bit on what is the sign that we need to understand that a top has been made. Now, again, this is critical now. There are unfortunately a few options. We are quite far away from this ascending trend line. So what could happen, and that is unfortunately what might occur, and at the moment we don't know that yet. Yeah, we could get something like this ascending wedge that I showed you in the previous video, in some shape or form. Don't really have any indication, but it is often what happens here in the fifth wave. So we could get some kind of an ascending wedge and then just move along, and then at some point peak here around the $1,300 area. That's still sort of the target between 1280 and 1305. And then that is the next key decision point. That's also the area where I plan to take profits. But at the moment I have zero indication that a top has been made. Why is that? Because the pullback currently looks rather corrective, and we haven't even broken below the last swing low. So if I look at this, the last swing low that we made here, the last significant, well, that swing low here, yeah, that's at 1260. Now, we have broken below this swing low though, and that's probably the first significant one after we've come down. However, the pullback at the moment, or the move down, currently looks still rather corrective. So what we ideally want to see, if we want to get an understanding that a top has been made, we want to see a corrective move up with a lower high, and then a first 1-2 setup to the downside as per Elliott Wave. So what you would normally then need to get, and we have zero indication at the moment, so you would get an ABC up. Yeah, normally somewhere below the 78.6 retrace from the high to the low. And then, just in case you want to look for that low yourself, or that indication, and you would obviously then expect a 5-wave move down, and the first 1-2 that you get, the first 5 down and the 3 up after these 3 up, will be a possible short as well. So possibly keeping an eye out for that. But at the moment, this pullback is absolutely in the norm. And if we look at the fibs, and that differs a little bit depending on where I set the low now for this 1-2 setup. But if I use the lower option to give us a bit more space, as soon as Ethereum drops below 1257, I would say, 1257, that is when we have a good indication that a top is in place. However, we still have a chance to reverse above the 78.6 retrace at 1246. Getting below that level will most likely lead to a breakdown, and then below 1230, that would be additional confirmation. So I think here it's necessary to just be open to several possibilities in the shorter time frame. This is really micro counting. The fibs are relevant, certainly, and at the moment for me it's just time to wait here to observe. Did enter my long here, set my take profit targets up there. Not too exciting at the moment, and depending on what Ethereum does, I will adjust my strategy here and also my wave counts. But at the moment, I'm still looking at higher, noting though that we had a bearish divergence on, I believe, the 4 hour. Was it the 4 hour chart? Let me see, or just the 1 hour. Yeah, we have a small bearish divergence on the 4 hour, making a higher high here, making a lower high on the RSI. That's an indication that, yeah, you know, maybe a more substantial top is in place, but it's really only the very first indication. You can get lots of bearish divergences before it really has topped. So price action is key, but it's worth watching, okay? But yeah, other than that, not too much to update here at the moment. I will, of course, keep you updated about latest developments. And then I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.